Advocate Malesela Teffo is expected to appear in the Hillbrow Magistrates Court this morning after being arrested yesterday in the High Court sitting in Pretoria. That was actually whilst he was inside court. It's still unclear what he's been charged with. Let's bring in now the Gauteng Police Commissioner Elias Mawela, who joins us via our telephone line for an update on the situation. And it's great to have you on the program, Commissioner. Thanks very much indeed for your time. Let me begin here. How much, given how much time has lapsed, have you been able to ascertain around how something like that was able to take place and take place in that way?
Good morning to you, Ayanda, and your listeners, and thank you once more for the opportunity. Firstly, the advocate will be appearing before court now, 9 o'clock at Hillbrow Magistrate Court. As to what happened yesterday, later in the day, after the investigating officer have appeared in court with the advocate, together with his commander, they will be coming to my office so that they can come and brief me about the circumstances which led to the arrest and the manner in which the arrest was effected yesterday.
You have been able to see, I imagine, the footage that we're also still playing on our screens at the moment. A lot has been said about whether or not what took place, the manner at least, was legitimate. From your reading of what we know so far, was what police did the right thing to do?
Yeah, I've seen the videos, especially on TV yesterday, that the advocate was arrested in court. Something which we won't encourage to happen. I think we shouldn't do that. But as to why the investigating officer deemed it necessary for him to effect an arrest inside the court, it's something which they will explain to me later on when I meet with them, so that I can put together the report for the National Commissioner. Do
you condemn their action?
Yes, definitely. We don't want to effect or to operate in that particular manner, especially inside the court. We shouldn't be doing that. If there is a need for us to can arrest a person, as we normally do, and we have done it before, we wait for the person to appear before court. When this individual leaves the court premises, that's when we effect an arrest. So it's not something which I will encourage our members to do.
Do you at least know who gave that instruction then, given the fact that what actually took place isn't according to your own standards as police?
No. For now, I don't have those details. Since I'm going to meet with the investigation officer together with his commanders, and so that I have a clear understanding. And remember, the National Commissioner have instructed me to put together the report. So I need to gather all the facts, not leave any loopholes, and then provide the National Commissioner with the conclusive and comprehensive report for him to can come back to the public and explain to the public what exactly happened.
Given the fact that you also agree that the arrest itself, the manner in which it took place, is untoward, what consequence are you hoping to see as the Provincial Police Commissioner once you get down to the bottom of who actually gave the instruction for something like this to take place?
Yeah, you see, I don't want to jump the gun because I can't call people to come and explain to me, and already I'm having an X hanging on their necks. So I just want to listen to them first. What is that? What made them to can effect an arrest in the manner in which they did? And then we'll take it from there. But surely for the best image of this organization and also to protect our reputation, we'll try to can apply some corrective measures to ensure that something similar to this doesn't happen again.
I put it to you, Commissioner, that's not jumping the gun at all. You've seen the footage. You agree that what took place shouldn't have taken place. I'm asking, typically, in this kind of scenario, what sanction is there for that?
Yeah, but unfortunately, that is not how we operate. We need to give another person an opportunity to explain themselves. I can't sit here and say, come and explain to me, but you must know already you are sentenced to death. I can't do that.
Are you saying there's a way of explaining yourself out of what is glaringly clear is wrong, according to you at least?
No. I don't want to jump the gun. Like I'm saying that, no, let's wait until I meet with the team, and then I get their side of story. We put together a report for the National Commissioner. But what I can say to the public is that, this is not how we normally do our work. I'm not saying that officers, they mustn't effect an arrest. Officers, they can effect an arrest, but there is a way in which we can effect an arrest, especially if somebody is inside the court of law. We can wait for that person to leave the court of law and then we effect an arrest. But as to why they've done that inside the court, I don't know. I'll wait for them to can explain to me.
I'm actually trying to get to the bottom of whether you envision a situation where any explanation is justifiable. Is that what you're saying?
No. As soon as we get into discussion with these members, then we'll be in the position to can come to conclusion whether the actions were justifiable or not.
All right. Well, what we've heard from the National Police Commissioner is that he's expecting you to give him a report around what happened. You're meeting with some of these officials this morning. When can he expect a report on his desk?
Yeah, remember, the matter is going to be ventilated in court 9 o'clock, of which the investigating officer have to be in court. And after the matter is being adjourned, and then the investigating officer will find his way to my office, and so that we have a discussion around that. And thereafter, then we'll put together the report to the National Commissioner. It will depend on the National Commissioner when he decides to can release the report or go out in public and say what is that which I've said in my report.
Well, I mean, but to be fair, Commissioner, there are two separate issues, right? There's the manner in which Advocate Teffo was arrested, and there's, the merits of the arrest, what he's been arrested for, what he's been charged for. What's taking place in the Hillbrow Magistrates Court, I imagine, is the latter. I'm asking about the former. Surely these processes can happen at the same time. You can try ascertain how he was arrested whilst he's also appearing in court. You don't have to wait for the court proceedings to end, is essentially what I'm getting at.
No. I'm not saying that I'm waiting for the court to can finalize its work. I'm saying that the investigating officer will also be in court. You understand? So where do I get the explanation from? I must get it from the investigating officer. I can't say to the investigating officer, you mustn't go to court, you must come and appear before me. I must allow him to go to court and then represent himself or represent the state in court. And when he's done, you'll come to me, and then whereby they begin to explain themselves.
All right. There's also conflicting reports around where Advocate Teffo actually spent the night. Do you have information about where he might have been over the past couple of hours?
You mean where he is detained?
Yes. Was he in police custody? Was he released yesterday? Do you at least have those details?
No, he was not released yesterday. He remained in police custody, and he's appearing 9 o'clock in Hillbrow Magistrates Court.
All right. Thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. Appreciate your time. Still a whole lot of questions, as you can see, that we have largely unanswered about how something like that was able to take place. The police commissioner there saying that he's waiting for an explanation himself. Hopefully that will be forthcoming rather sooner than later, especially because the image of the police is already so gravely tainted around the Senzo Mayiwa murder trial, and parallels are being drawn to how Advocate Teffo was arrested and efforts to try and ensure that we don't get to the bottom of how Senzo Mayiwa was killed about 8 years ago. We'll keep watching that story for you without a doubt.